Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today for today's Inside Modular Systems presentation. For those who don't know me or may need a reminder, my name is Sam Bratt, and I am an account manager based out of Las Vegas. Today, I have the esteemed privilege of moderating today's session, which is being brought to you by the incomparable Gary Glass. As a reminder, this presentation will be uploaded to the Atomic YouTube at Atomic Telly for your later viewing convenience. And should you have any questions during the presentation, please drop them in the Q&A section located at the top of your window, and we will be sure to address them before the conclusion of the presentation. And with that, I'm going to throw it over to Mr. Gary Glass. Gary, what are we talking about today?
Thanks for the intro, Sam. I really appreciate it. Welcome everyone to the December Inside Atomic Modular Systems. And today we're talking soft goods because soft goods, solid impact is my task today. Everyone on this call probably already knows at least a little bit of who Modular Systems are. We're the rental arm of Atomic Design. Our biggest thing, we always say we're budget and style collide. Our biggest thing is we pack small and we play big. And I'd like to define today a little bit of what our soft goods are. It's all our fabric in our hanging. None of this is going to be floor support. It's all going to be hanging pipe or truss or what have you. That's me. I'm Gary Glass. I've been in this industry a while. I was a client before I worked for Atomic. There's a few soft goods on this that I used in the past that I really like. And it's an older picture of me. Those are my old glasses that broke on stage 2 weeks ago in an improv show. They served me well, and this picture is a reminder. So, the industry standard for soft goods, typically it's always gonna be like black velour is like the first thing, right? Like that's the one, and I'll clear that out of there. And black velour is the standard, right? So we are not a drape house. Like if you need 390 running feet of red, we're not your call. But we are an enhancement. And a lot of our drapes and legs and swags are going to enhance your black velour in a great way. This is the stuff I used to use way back. This is our gold sparkle dot. This is underneath warehouse light. The legs and the swags. You see the fullness in both. One of our top sellers, one of my favorites, cappuccino. You'll see in a little bit how this takes light really well. Again, this is the legs in the back upstage, and then the swag downstage. Here's another one, golden haze and crystal slate. Excellent members of our soft goods community. They really do a great job. All this was under warehouse light. So when it comes to showtime, boom, there's your crystal slate and your golden haze. Really, you see the difference, right? You see how they magically take light. The one thing to note with most of our soft goods, as an enhancement, they're not all blackout. So if you have like Video Village or something behind this, where you're going to have like blue light or working light, you're going to want to put blackout behind it. Like in this case, it's just flat black, but that does the job. There is our gold sparkle dot. The swags underneath light, they really do a great job. Here's some notable piano player in front of our cappuccino. This is the cappuccino from a little bit before this one, which I really like, but you can light it to, it's like a canvas. You can do almost anything you want with it, you know? And so that's the standard. That's what we like to, that's the main thing, right? So what does Atomic do? We have that little hashtag we use called That's Atomic. We make things a little more atomic. So fullness is great, but we like to add a little more texture. So here we're going to get a little bit down the line. We're going to talk a little bit more about our SuperZipper product. But here's laser. It's a perfect example of something that has a lot of texture. And these SuperZippers are 5 feet wide, 30 feet tall. So you punch them up down at the bottom as you need to, zip them together and make a run however you see fit. But this is Atomic. This is what we do. You take that regular fullness in the legs, in the swag, and you give it texture. You give it something to do. Battie's another one. Obviously, this is not blackout at all. You can see like openings in it, but great way to up and down light something that really gives it more dimension. And that's what we loved in all of our soft goods. Don't worry about folding it. Just shove it in the bag, shove the bag in the box and send it back to us. You don't have to spend all night after you struck folding your black velour. This, shove it in the bag and send it back. Burrito, another great one, also not blackout. Really great for texture and something different behind your stage. But this innovation is one of my favorites. This is one that I used way back when, SuperZipper. They're great. I had, let's say, like, they're 5 feet wide, right? So, and I had like 20 feet to cover. I didn't zip them together. I did 5 individual strips, as you see in this image here, sort of spread it out like columns in front of my black velour. You can zip them together. If you know the dimensions, we'll zip it for you ahead of time and ship it to you pre-zipped. You can also mix and match. You can throw one in the middle and bookend it with other SuperZipper. We just zip them together for you. You tell us the order in which you want them to go. We'll pre-zip it and we'll send it over to you. Another thing I liked about SuperZipper was it was sort of a neater way to do like a center stage opening. You just unzip it and sort of tied it back a little bit, a little more of a, I don't know, cleaner opening. And I could always zip it closed if I needed to. The instructions are simple. We'll send it to you pre-zipped if you want. You just tie it off. Only a couple of our drapes are not grommeted. Only a couple of them have pockets. For the most part, it's grommets and ties. We'll send you the tie line if you need it to, obviously. But that's the basics. So here's Buell, one of our best sellers. Absolutely not a blackout drape. But you string it together, you got yourself a nice little bit of an Austrian look. You separate them, also like columns, and it's really super useful, and it takes light really well. Cirrus is probably a top seller because we're going to get to it in a minute. SuperZipper is versatile enough where, yes, it's 5 feet wide and 30 feet tall, but you can hang it sideways and it'd be 5 feet tall and 30 feet wide. And then you get this texture differently with the Cirrus. Suddenly the horizontal texture is now going vertical. So super cool to use. So there's our stacks. This is one of my favorites. I loved when we launched stacks and tracks because they were an answer to plain old black drape. You don't have to worry about, again, the wrinkles add to the texture, so you don't worry about ironing and you don't worry about folding. You just shove it in the bag and send it back to us. We'll pre-zip it. These have the pockets, so you could, but there's a reason the stacks is tied there, and we're going to get to it in a second. But another awesome option is fish scale. Now, fish scale is important to note, and Buell was later, because all these SuperZipper, they can hang sideways. Here's shoal. You can sort of see the seam through the middle there. So it's 10 feet tall and 30 feet wide. You got to tell us that you're hanging it sideways, and then we'll send you this end piece that has the grommets and the ties. But here's the thing. Fish scale, you can't hang it sideways. You can only go up and down because they'll open up. Basically, it's going to look like your Post-it notes all sort of fluttering to the bottom. You can see the seams here in tracks. There's the seam there in the stacks. Masks pretty nicely, so you really don't notice it. But that sideways use, super helpful. The only downside is if you're running 30 feet wide, there's no opening in the middle. So if you're standing dead center backstage, you have to go 15 feet one way or 15 feet the other to get on stage. You don't have that problem here because you could literally do a doorway every 5 feet if you wanted. So that's the basics. That's our soft goods. They're all hanging. None of these are floor supported. All of them are grommeted and have ties. We'll send you the ties. You can do them sideways. We have legs and swags. The world is yours. So, Sam, I'm going to come back to you now. If there's any questions that came up, now's the chance. But that's our stuff. And I look forward to renting all these to you and you finding ways to see what else it does. Just send us photos, and I'll add it to the next Inside Atomic Mods. What do you got for me, Sam?
Awesome, Gary. Great job, buddy. I'm showing no questions in the Q&A right now.
Perfect.
If anybody does have questions after the meeting, feel free to reach out to Gary, me, or your account manager, and we'll be happy to help you out. So yeah, Gary, if you have anything else, now would be the time.
Yeah, there's my contact info. And this will live on in the replay as well, but you can also go to our website, atomicdesign.tv. You'll be able to reach out to Sam. Sam is on our West Coast, in our West Coast time zone. He's in our Vegas office. I'm the East Coast, coming to you live from Monmouth County, New Jersey today. And yeah, so depending on your time zone, reach out to any of us. But we're happy to help. And yeah, thank you for your time today.
All right. Thank you, everybody.